Okay, we're here with Neil Delamere after the gig in Mairead Freshers Week. Neil, how did you find that gig?
Yeah, it was great fun, yeah. We got into some strange territory, but it's always good fun to talk to the people in the audience and attribute certain characteristics to them, and they seem to enjoy it as well. So it's always a pleasure to come back to Mairead.
Good, so you came back for a second time. Would you come back again, do you think?
Yeah, I think I've come here, I think this is the third time. I think I did some bizarre gig here once. It was like King of the College or something, and during a Freshers Week or a Rag Week, and that was a memory that will live long in my cerebral cortex, has to be said. That was great fun. That was basically less a comedy gig, more a man with a whip and a chair, like a line tamer. But the two gigs I've done here have been fun, so...
I actually remember I interviewed you just before that gig, I think, and after the interview I realised the thing never recorded.
Oh no, okay, so this is making up for that interview
so
then.
you're media students, right?
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
We learn from our mistakes. I heard your nickname is Creme de la Mer. Would you like to explain that one?
No, it isn't really. Grania Shoiga once called me Creme de la Mer. He says name dropping. I didn't even know what it was. It's some sort of expensive face cream, so I called it DVD that. I didn't have the heart to tell her that I was going to use that for a different purpose. That moniker, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. But I'm sure you can imagine. It is pretty filthy.
That's fair enough. What would you have any advice for any young comics in the Limerick area at the moment?
Yeah, move to London.
Fair enough.
No, the real advice would be the same as you give to everybody else. It's sometimes you get asked this: gig as much as you can and write as much as you can. They're the only two tips, really. And then eventually it'll come down to kind of the choices you make. But hopefully you'll have enough experience by that stage to know which stuff to choose and not to spread yourself too thinly. But for the first kind of 8 or 10 years, you should just write as much as you can and gig as much as you can. And there's many places, because the good gigs are no good to you for experience-wise, you know. You don't learn anything from the good gigs. But you still do good gigs, so you don't get entirely depressed with the whole thing, you know.
Fair enough. Have you anything coming up on the line that you want us to know about, comedy-wise?
Well, there'll be a new tour starting soon enough, and we're betting some of the stuff in tonight, which is kind of fun. And there is a documentary on RT1 about Vikings, which is going to happen in December. And then there's probably a radio series on RT Radio 1, and then maybe a TV series in January, February on RT as well. So fingers crossed for that.
Okay, that sounds great. And finally, tell us something about you that we don't already know.
Mairead is my favourite college in Limerick that caters primarily for the teaching degrees.
That's fabulous, Neil. Thank you very much.